Hi everybody, it's Christy here for Gluten-Free Friday Flavors. If you're just new joining me, I just wanted to share what this was all about. It's not just about finding gluten-free food. It's really any good recipes. You can transfer out my gluten-free flour for real flour, and most of the times it converts. But I will say every Friday or the weekend, because my family comes first, you will get a new video unless there's like a holiday or something. So just know I'm here to make gluten-free living easier, taste better. When I was diagnosed many years ago, it was really hard to find good food and to know what I could eat without being scared. And even if I can reach out to 1 or 2 people and make it easier for them, that's my goal. So tonight, it's not a recipe, but it's even better, some tips, so stay tuned. I feel like whenever I'm trying to film, I have like endless. All right, so if you would please like, subscribe, and share, I would appreciate that. Let people know, especially those that may be newly diagnosed gluten-free or just taken on that lifestyle, that this is a place that hopefully can help them make it easier. So for tonight's tips, I am showing you all my favorite places to look for recipes. I hope these will help. I have gone through a lot of different options, but I have a few of my top favorite places, and I think you'll think it's easy. I'm looking for easy, simple ways to find gluten-free recipes. So I'm gonna go through each one. So stay tuned and let me know if you have any good places to look, but these are my very favorite places. Okay, for number 1, the Tasty app. If you don't have the Tasty app, download it on your phone, do it. You don't have to be gluten-free, has every option out there. But the nicest part with the Tasty app is you type up there gluten-free crepes or gluten-free desserts, and you just have so many options. And then it rates it has people's comments on it. And then what I also love is the recipes that you've tried or the recipes that look really yummy. You can heart them, like save them, and so it keeps it in your app always. So there's always coming out with new ones. I love the way that the Tasty app is what it's called. I love the way that they show the recipes. The videos are just really simple and clean cut. I love it. So if you don't have the Tasty app, it's a great gluten-free option. I mean, they have gluten-free, they have vegan, dairy-free, they have about everything. So just know that's one that everybody should have, I feel like. But the gluten-free option is wonderful there. So find it and you'll love it. I got it for free. I believe it's still for free. There's probably like a extra pro one where you pay more, but even if you pay a little bit more, it's worth every penny. Go find it. Okay, so these guys, it says the price on here. They're like one of my favorite 6 sisters to follow. And it's interesting because I've always followed them and then tried to like figure out ways to make it gluten-free. And then it got better because come to find out that they have meal plans that you can choose, and they have like a family option, a healthy plan, and then they have a gluten-free plan. And so I went, this was 2 years ago, and I got the gluten-free plan, and they send digital copies. I have a digital copy, but I also have like a hard book copy. See this awesome binder book? It is full of 6 sisters recipes, all gluten-free. So you get 6 days worth. There's 1 day where they put in leftovers, and you can see the pricing. I feel like it's cheaper to pay up front in 1 year. A lot of times they'll do discounts, but I believe when I looked, and I'll show you here in a second, I believe it was $48 for a year, and it's like a year free of 6 days a week gluten-free meal plan, which is wonderful because it's not just the meal. They have dessert, they have a side dish. Everything I tried tasted really good. So 6 Sisters stuff, and you go onto their website, buy the plan, and even if you decide not to buy the plan, look at their stuff and look at some of their recipes and menus. Find that on Pinterest and you'll love it. So I'm all about getting meal plans sent to me. That was really fun and really enjoyable to learn how to cook all these different ways. And their recipes are easy to follow. So if you haven't followed 6 Sisters stuff and you're gluten-free, you'll love them. All right, the next one. I love this one because it's all about like organization as well. So this is cleanmondaymeals.com. Janae Cox is the founder, and what I love about her is so it's called Clean Monday Meals because on Monday she meal preps for the whole week. She has a great variety. It's all gluten-free. Lots of it's dairy-free. I believe she's completely dairy-free too. But it just takes you step by step. The recipes are really easy to follow again. A lot of them are quite simple, but I got the meal prep bowls and I used those. And before I had my third baby, I had meal preps all the time. And now I'm trying to get back into it. It's hard to find the exact time when I can do it, but that's my goal, is to get back into meal prepping because it's so easy. And it makes it so you're reaching for a healthy gluten-free lunch or dinner versus just like something that you throw in the microwave. So if you haven't heard of cleanmondaymeals.com, it's a wonderful resource. It's always gluten-free, and she's always coming out with more and more recipes. So go check her out. One more thing I want to say with Clean Monday Meals, I know that she actually sells her recipe books too, which I think would be worth every penny because she has a lot, and then that way it's all tangible. You're not looking for it all the time. It's just right there in a book. So there's one more plug for her. Another one that I have to say, don't get intimidated by, and something that I love are these like home cookbooks, right? This is like family favorite cookbooks. And basically what I do is, they're not gluten-free, right? But some of the best stuff comes from like these recipes from Grandma Ann or Aunt Jackie or whomever it may be. Some of those recipes taste just amazing, right? Because it's like that really home-cooked meal that you love. So what I suggest is getting your gluten-free flour. I like Cup for Cup, Namaste from Costco, Better Batter. I mean, find the flour that you like and then just start experimenting. Sometimes you're gonna add a little more or a little less flour than what the regular recipe calls for, because gluten-free flour makes things different. You'll probably always add, if you're baking, some xanthan gum. But all I can say is, don't just discard all these wonderful recipe books that you have and you loved. Make sure that you're trying and experimenting. And then once you have it down, write it down and create your own little recipe book. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now with my blog. And it's been really fun to be able to go back digitally and find my recipes and realize, okay, yeah, this tastes to me similar to what I remember. And it's just fun to be able to figure that out. So make it your goal to practice a little bit and don't shy away from these awesome recipe books and just think, oh, there's no way that it's ever gonna taste the same. You can do it. So hopefully that gives you some resources. I think going online is key, but just also in your home, you have more resources than you realize. So last but not least, I have Pinterest. So Pinterest is wonderful because it has so many options, but it's also not so great because it has so many options. So I have tried gluten-free things that are not very good and gluten-free things that are amazing. So you can find me on Pinterest, Christy Lee Picks, and I've pinned a lot of gluten-free items that I like. But basically, when it comes to Pinterest, just start creating your own gluten-free board. Find those recipes that you like, make sure you save it. If you didn't like it, don't save it or delete it. And then you'll start having a big digital file of great gluten-free recipes. So if you're not using Pinterest, get on there. There's so many wonderful gluten-free recipe options. And I really recommend finding as many as you can, trying them out. I know it's not fun when they don't turn out, but I can guarantee you're gonna find some really golden nuggets in there. So enjoy Pinterest. But just know that I'm here to be kind of your cheerleader with trying new recipes. I know it's not fun. My husband can attest, when things have not worked out, I have gotten a little stressed because it takes a while to cook and it's not fun to be like, oh, we're just gonna throw this out. But more often than not, I think you'll be surprised with some of the recipes. So let me know your favorite places to go. I'm sure I'll keep finding more and more. But I will link this in the blog so that you can find all the options. But I hope that you can download the app, look at the Six Sisters stuff, go on Pinterest, find your recipes and experiment. There's so many options, and I don't want you to feel stuck. So hopefully this helped. Again, I'd like to hear from you, and hopefully the goal is to make gluten-free cooking and gluten-free eating easier, simpler, good textures, good taste, and just make it so that you're not stressed about eating. That's the last thing that we want. So hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I hope you go try a new gluten-free recipe, and again, like, subscribe, and share, and let others know that there's a community trying to help people make gluten-free living better. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye. So if you please so this may seem a little silly, but do you see this right here? It says gluten-free. I knew Reese's were gluten-free. They happen to be my favorite candy bar, but just having that little sign just makes me feel so much better. Because, you know, sometimes like facility-wise, might be around regular flour, you don't know. So that just made my day. Simple thing, just made my day.